Hi everybody, it's Joanne Carey's here, and I'd like to walk you through a way of bringing drama to an illustration. This is a page from a children's book that I'm creating, and I've pretty much at this point put together all of the separate elements: the bed, the window, the rug, so everything that composes a room. But what it's lacking for me visually is some sort of impact, because the illustration is telling a story about how the girls wake up in the morning. It's bright and sunny, it's a beautiful day, and they're greeting each other with their hands, but there isn't anything that draws attention from the viewer's eye to this particular area, and that is what I want to highlight. So this area right in here, and bringing light in from the window. So I want to fill this area with some light and some magic dust or glow dots or sparkles. The first step in doing that, here in my layers panel, I've created a new layer and I've called it light. And I'm going up to the tools panel all the way up at the top, and I'm going to choose this polygonal lasso tool, so that the first thing is to create a shape or a defined area that is going to be the light source. So you can see I've dragged out this tool and just defined a shape now you can see with marching ants that's going to hold the light from the window. And that's on this layer over here on the layers panel, which I've named light. Back over on the left, and I want to change color so that I have a nice bright color, and I can choose one from the image itself, which is a nice yellow. Let's go with that. And then I'm going to select the brush tool here on the tools panel. And the brush that I want is a nice fog brush. You can see it right down here at the bottom. I'm clicking on it. And I'm going to fill this area with the fog brush. And it brings in that yellow, nice yellow light. And let's say I want to change the yellow to a little bit of white and bring that in here. And maybe add another, it's a softer yellow. So I'm going to add that in as well. Okay, so now I have a defined area, and if I, on my keyboard, select Command D or Control D on a PC, you can see that defined shape or area does hold the light, but light doesn't come, so strictly or rigidly within that defined area. So let's go up to Filter, Blur, and over to the pop-out menu, and let's choose Gaussian Blur. And I've got it pretty far to the right. Let's select that, about 47 pixels. And you can see that the light is coming in from the window, and it already is adding in this area the interest that I want, again, to draw the viewer's eyes to where the girl's hands are. In the layer that I've created above the light layer, I've called it Sparkle. Now I want to go back to the brush here on the left, and in my brushes menu I've identified a little star, 70 pixels. I'm going to use that to create just a nice circular area of stars. Where the girls' hands are. Some might be bigger than others, but let's go around the area and bring in some of those sparkles. I don't like the lines, so I'm going to go a little bit, I'm going to create another layer and start again, which is easy enough to do. So here on this layer, 81, which I'll call Sparkle again. Yes. All right, so now I'm going to create those sparkles with the brush, and just by going around the area where the girl's hands are and creating, I don't like that big star, it looks too obvious. But you can be as creative, you can draw as many. I want to make sure that these stars are noticeable enough, but they're not weird or unbelievable. So we've got that one out there, and this is what happens. It's never perfect, or at least not for me the first time through. And so here's the area that, whoops, again, we don't want a shooting star between their hands. So let's get some stars in here. All right, so let's say that's pretty well capturing both the light and the glow dots or sparkles. Off, on, and then just simply by selecting that layer and repositioning those, and we've got both the light and the sparkles. So when they're removed, you can see that kind of looks empty. And you might want to play with the opacity of the light. Maybe it's a little bit too strong and overwhelming, but to my eye, that's a lot more interesting, and I'm really satisfied with that. Thank you for watching. I really enjoy adding just some touches of elements that are not quite real, but are believable in the composition and make it look magical and dreamy and dramatic. So that's easy Photoshop magic for this illustration. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.